Hey everybody, welcome to the Coffee Fuel Woodsman channel. I'm Chris, this is Tilly. I'm with Dave and Johnny in the back and their Johnny's dog Specca. We are at the Boggy Lake Wilderness Area for a few days here, 4 to be precise. It's late fall, about 4 or 5 degrees right now, and we're just kind of in a hurry to get ahead of the rainstorm because we're supposed to get a lot of rain coming up here in the next 2 hours or so. So this is Middle Lake behind us. We're going to track across Middle into Boggy Lake and find a campsite there. I'm going to probably cut this short and do more explaining along the way. Let's go! And we're off. If you'll notice, I have my smaller camera for this trip, my little Sony HX80. And the reason for that is my wife Claire, who uses our big camera, our Canon SL3 for work, she's doing a podcast this week, and while I'm away she needs to record it. Therefore, I had to use this old one, which isn't a big deal. I'm just using the audio from the camera right now, but you'll see that I've got a new lapel mic system that I'm going to be using, and that's a Rode Wireless Go system. It's pretty cool. Boy, the lake, this Middle Lake, it is flat calm. It's a beautiful day. Let's see if I can show you. I think, pup. That last portage, or the first portage we did for today, was probably, I don't know, 25 meters. It was a boggy old run in. Both of my boots are drenched. My pant legs are soaked. However, hasn't dampened our spirits, has it, pup? We're just happy to be out. Went some shallow. Just wait. Just wait. Okay, so we found the first portage right there. And here we go. Taking the packs across first. Could be interesting. Oh, they've got actually some red tree tags up, and it looks fairly new actually. Well, that's excellent. It's good news for this trip. I'm carrying across my paddle and my pack, where Dave and Johnny only have one boat. Dave's going to carry a little bit of my extra gear on the way back, a little bit of Johnny's extra gear when we bring the canoes across. So far, this is looking good. Didn't really look at the topography before we set off. I have a feeling it's not going to be super hilly. So Dave still has a down vest on. Here I am, sweating with just a shirt. He's got every bit of gear on that I got, except for he's got the down vest on too. I'm having some camera issues that are starting to trouble me. Keeps just dying for some reason. I had to stop to take to pay attention. I had to stop to take my external shirt off because I am sweaty, like 5 degrees, but I tell you, it's very humid. I'm looking forward to getting to our campsite because I want to get our tarps up ahead of the rain. So far we haven't even had a drop, which is great. This is interesting. Looks like the lake's right there. Portage route goes right up over this hill. Must be the namesake of the lake. Must be too boggy right there. been a really nice portage so far. Ooh, it might still have some distance to go. Oh no, I see some water. I can hear running water. I can hear Johnny. So, I think we're here. There's a specka. Where's my dog? Where's my little traitor? There she is. There she is. Just having that much fun, eh? Can't come back and check on your old dad. Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Nice.
Look at the undershirt Dave had on, too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dressed to kill.
What a beautiful portage, though, eh?
Something? That last snow was awesome. I love walking up it.
Beauty. We are on our way back to grab the canoes, and I'm gonna have to do a modified single carry. It's not really a single carry because my other pack's there, but my food bag's about 25-30 pounds this time. It's unavoidable. I'll maybe unload it and show you everything in there at some point. Yeah, I'll have to carry that. Dave's gonna carry my guitar, I think. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh, so we had an interesting week. When was it? Last week, a couple weeks ago. Out with the dog somewhere, Claire and I, and she had a bunch of deer ticks on her. So I bathed and did all that, made sure there was nothing on me. 4 in the morning, for some reason the dog threw up. I go to the bathroom. I look on my side, and there's a freaking great big old deer tick just having a feed. Now, she pulled it off with one of the little tick tweezers, and everything's fine. And man, it burned like a bugger. Didn't feel it when it was actually latching on, but taking it off really burned. Actually, that's my first serious tick bite that I've ever had. And the same week, I think on the Sunday, Johnny, he woke up and he had one on him, or Denise found one on him. So neither of us apparently have Lyme disease. He's on antibiotics, so I'm going to drink his alcohol for this trip because he shouldn't be drinking it. And yeah, I didn't get the bullseye, whatever it is, circle Lyme disease tick bite indicator, so I think I'm good. I don't know. As time will tell. It's a wasting disease. Alright, we are back at the lake, and now for the canoe part. I think we're going to stop though for some lunch first. How far in are we? A little more than halfway. Okay, so we got about. We stopped here at this nice little brook. I think what I'm going to do is probably take my cup down there and fill some water in it. We're just portaging over to the lake, but it's lunchtime. So my dog hasn't eaten today, and that could be. Oh no, what's that? Syrupy. Oh, maple syrup. Oh no. Oh no. It's syrupy. What could it be? Oh. Yeah. Ugh. Nope. Quite a bit in there. Oh, for freak's sake. Oh well. I'll tell you, I'm not worried about the bag. I'm worried about the amount of syrup, but that's quite a bit left.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's a lot. Okay. Oh, well, time to eat. Show you my ciabatta. Well, I was going to show you my ciabatta sandwich. And then ciabatta. Ciabatta? Is that how you say it? Ciabatta. It's enormous. It's corned beef and black pepper, cheddar. What could you possibly want? That cut on your nose. Look, Scarface now. Alright, let's get into this. We'll talk after. Alright, me and the dogs shared the sandwich. And now Katie made us cookies. Oh man, that's some good.
Don't lie.
It's too bad Johnny said it was some hard ones first thing he did when he bit into it.
They're good, Katie.
Daughter makes some cookies for his trip and he's like, oh, I'm some hard. No, they're good. I'm just teasing. She's steep. Well, this is Boggy Lake, everyone. That portage was a little difficult, but really compared to what we've done this season, it was quite nice. Borderline easy compared to some of them. I think the only reason I thought it was a little bit difficult is just because it was so hot. It was about being 5, 6, 7 degrees. It's kind of, you know, you get all sweaty, and then we sat for about 10 minutes and then you get cool. But it was beautiful. I don't know if you can see this, but that water's blowing in, piling up all the leaves just under the surface. It looks like it's just shallow there, but it's a couple of feet, but the leaves are making it look like it's shallow. It's quite cool. A few bugs out. Just navigating a little channel here. You see a clump of orange trees, which are all tamaracks, straight ahead of Tilly's head right now. We think there might actually be a spot right there, which would be awesome. Nice and close. Get in before the rain started. As I mentioned before, today has kind of been a little bit of a race against the rain. We left the house around, I think, 7 a.m. because it was a 2 and a bit hour drive to get here. We wanted to get in, at least get the big tarps above our heads before it starts raining, and then really, after that, who cares? I love camping this time of year. My goodness, it's nice. Yeah, that looks like it could be something right there, eh, Buck? Okay. Good girl. So I just found one of the campsites just off to my left here. Seems like a pretty darn nice spot. And Johnny and Dave are further down checking the other side of the lake. So we're going to go and just let them know that the one we found is pretty nice. And I took a quick video on my cell phone of it to show them. But this lake isn't overly big, and the wind still hasn't come up, which is really nice. So still got a glass-like experience. Great. The campsite I was looking at is kind of right there somewhere. So there's Johnny and Dave coming back. They just yelled down the lake because it's so quiet and calm here. We were able to hear them, and that site down there they're saying is not A+. So whatever that means, but for the sake of today, I'd say the site I just walked through, which I'm now going to take you back to, is going to be more than adequate. Well, this is pretty pleasant. Let's see if I can get you Johnny in the background. Johnny and Dave. I'm surprised we haven't got rained on. We kind of lucked out. Leaving the house early this morning was a stroke of genius perpetrated by Johnny. So what we'll do now is we'll run in, probably use that same fire pit that is in there, It's already erected. And I'm going to string up my big my big Hennessy hex fly up over top of the fire pit. And that'll give us a nice big spot to set up and sit around and drink and talk and do whatever. It's only supposed to rain till about 8 o'clock tonight, and the rain's supposed to start at 2 p.m. Right now, honestly, I can't even tell you what time of day it is. It's 12:30, so we got about an hour and a half if the weather is correct. The other thing is that was 2 p.m. for Sheet Harbour. It was blowing in this way, and we're north of Sheet Harbour, so we might have an extra half hour, Maybe it won't start raining till 2:30, but rain will be done by 8. Okay, since I didn't show you before, I'm going to bring you in and show you the spot. I came in a little further down, but I think this is pretty much exactly where it is. Yeah, this is it. So it's in a big stand of what I think to be spruce, or maybe fir. It looks to be, that'll have a view if we want it. If we want to set up out closer here. It kind of on a little knoll. Johnny and Dave are just scouting out tent spots, because they both brought tents. So I've got a hammock. Tilly's going to sleep with Johnny or Dave, not sure which. And we'll have to look around and see where I'm going to set up. But that's pretty good. Lake's right there. This really neat side hill here. And I think I spy some dead standing hardwood right at the top. We'll see if they like it. I took a pistol and $100 bill. I took a pistol and $100 bill. Yeah, it's a bit foggy right here, isn't it? Yeah. I had everything I need to give me you. Well, the Southside girls, they treat me just fine. As in the Southside girls. Okay, well, it's 20 to 3. We pretty much got our campsite set up. I'll just give you a quick look around. There's our fire pit. So that mostly was here. We're just getting the coffee on. Doing some Johnny's doing some tidying. Dave's tent's over there by the lake. And then canoes are just down there. Johnny's tent's right here. And my hammock is down there. And I've got a row of lights down to it. That was Dave's idea. So we've got a big set of lights around the edge, but they don't come on like they're solar lights, so they come on once it gets dark enough, which is pretty cool.
They'll be on pretty early tonight.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're not on yet. Yeah. Just kind of done a bunch of chores. Setting up takes forever sometimes. The rain started right almost on 2 o'clock, so far so good. Everything going as planned. Get this coffee going. You can't have coffee. I need. Well, it's just about 5:30, and obviously it's gone pretty dark here. Dave has decided he's going to make our supper for tonight. So he's brought pizza. I'm going to show you what he's doing here. And this is one of the issues with the smaller camera, is the light is really, the light sensor, and it's terrible. So, Dave's pizza, that's the sauce, the toppings, and everything. Like green peppers, red peppers, mushrooms. Basically like putting chili on top. So that's everything in one pot. And then he's got his cheese over there, right there. And then, I guess, is that naan bread, Dave?
Yeah.
And so naan bread for, I guess, naan and pepperoni. Ooh, I'm excited. So this is what we're eating for tonight. And as you can tell, it's raining a little bit here, so we're all huddled under tarps. I have to show you all that stuff tomorrow. Okay. So this time I figured to celebrate St. Paddy's Day, which was probably 6 months ago, I was going to get some Bushmills. Not bourbon, I'm doing the Irish whiskey this time. It's a little bit of a departure, but it's actually pretty good. see if I can show you the setup we have. So as you can see, there's a little set of string lights. They're actually about this big around. It's pretty cool. Those are Dave's. They're run by solar. So there's the cooking setup. This chair, Johnny's chair, and we brought the canoes over to block some of the wind because there is a little bit of wind right here. I'll show you in the daylight. This little camera doesn't do so well at night. Okay. No, this is yours, Johnny.
You can have this if you want.
No, you go ahead.
I'm here helping Dave, so why don't you eat that?
Oh. Whoa. Look at that. That's amazing. I apologize for the camera work here. Oof. So apparently Dave come up with this really good idea of having everything all in one like a chili sauce. So I'm really looking forward to trying Dave's own invention.
Yeah, brilliant, Dave. Well done.
Brilliant, Dave. Well done, Dave.
Thanks. I take pride in my skills in the kitchen.
Well, I know it's hard to see me. I'm basically dressed all in black, and it is about 10 after 9. Everybody is on their way to bed, so I figured I'd just do a quick sign off. It's about, I don't know, 5 or 6 degrees, but it's so humid that it feels freezing. My hands are just frozen. I had to do some jumping jacks before I climb into bed, but anyway, we had a pretty good night sitting around. I forced the guys to listen to a bit of guitar and poor singing on my part, but I had a good time. I don't know if they did. Tilly's in bed with Johnny, and Dave's just heading to his tent. I'm actually really starting to think about getting one of those tent things, just so I can take the little pup to bed with me. It actually looked really comfortable when I was putting a blanket in there for Johnny to have the dogs to lay on. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I love my hammocks, so we'll see what's going to happen. It'd be nice to have the option, though. Alright, see you in the morning. Good morning. It's 8 a.m. and we slept from about 9:30 till now. The dogs were up once in the night, and Tilly was whining around 6 a.m. so I threw her in the hammock with me and she went right to sleep. So I think she was just a little bit just missing her dad a bit, I guess. Hopefully that doesn't happen tomorrow morning. Anyway, I'm gonna get up and make some coffee. Alright, so Dave and I and Johnny's been splitting all this wood. Finally got a fire going. I tried collecting just the dried the branches hanging off the trees, but they're going to need to dry a little bit, just where it soaked them all last, not evening, but going into evening. Priority, obviously, is to get the coffee going. And the wind really came up. The rain is completely gone. As you can probably see, there's sun peeking through the trees, but the wind's off our right shoulder, which is where the lakeside is. Now, there is a boggy sort of marsh lake open space over through those trees. I don't know if you can tell that. So, if we could have got over there for today, but why bother changing camp? So we're going to change the tarps, get kind of a tarp city going. I think I'll do a little video of that before it gets taken down, because we're going to switch it over and turn it into some windbreaks. So I think the plan, am I cooking breakfast this morning, Dave?
I believe so.
So I'm going to cook the French toast this morning. We'll get this fire down to a manageable level and then make that coffee boil first. Get cracking. I think I hear Johnny in the back 40 doing some major timber cutting. Okay, so this is what we had set up last night. Looks like a lot of garbage, but it's not. We had to put up that little blanket just to cut the wind from us while we were sitting around getting poured on. But it actually turned out okay. Camp's actually fairly tidy. Bringing the canoes in was a good idea Johnny had. And as you can see, the wind is pretty high. I had that tarp completely down to the ground last night. Just didn't seem to make any sense having it up so I could see, because it was pitch black, which is great. But there was mist coming through from the wind, so it was good to secure it. I only put it up just this morning when I woke up, and now, you know, may drop it again. Although I like having it up, I like being able to see, but that wind, if it stays up, I'm not going to be sleeping with that tonight either. Stay. Alright, so I'm just heating up the pans for some butter. This is brioche baguettes, actually. And I'm going to do a French toast kind of bake, I guess. You might need Dave and Johnny's help to decide exactly how to do it. Whoa. That's too bad.
Fire. Late last night.
I guess that was hotter than I thought. So I've never done this. So Claire told me just to layer it.
Yeah.
And pour the French toast over top. This stuff.
That's your liquid there.
So this is a mixture of egg, milk, a little bit of sugar, some vanilla extract. This is how it's going in. Like that. So I'm going to just let that, I don't know, cook for 15 minutes maybe?
Yep.
Put the two together. That coffee's got to start boiling. Oh well, stop this. So Johnny and Dave are reassigning our windbreaks. I am pretty much done cooking the French toast. Ooh. So I flipped that once. That looks kind of burned, but it actually isn't too bad. I'll show you the other one. Oh, it smells good. Leave it. So we're just gonna chop into it, throw it on plates, and I'm gonna smother mine in friggin' syrup, I'll tell you that. There's gonna be no illusions. It's gonna be 50% maple syrup. This stuff, I think, is done, gents.
Perfect.
Chili.
Is it any
Sit
good?
down. I don't know. Let's eat it. That made a big difference, actually.
Did it?
Yeah.
Probably go a little higher.
Okay, so what we'll do, I guess, is we'll do half, and then divvy up the last bit into 3. Unless there's an easier way, which I'm sure there is. So that's half. Actually, it's not quite half. Okay, and Johnny's plate. Here, hold it up for a second. What she looks like inside. Thank you.
I'm dragging that back out.
Oh, I didn't mention this last night. Check out the serviettes that Rhonda sent for us. That's my breakfast serviette.
Tony, did you get syrup already? Or?
I did, yeah.
You did.
Meat order. Chater's Meat Market.
Okay, we're gearing up to go for a wander. Look at the chaos. All that nonsense. Just going to show you the lake, the windiness of it. I don't know how this new mic system will work with a full-on headwind. I'm going to go right now with the canoe and find a spot with some cell reception to get a hold of Claire, just to let her know we're all right and then we miss her. And the boys are going to wait for me, so I got to do this fast. Here is the lake. Ooh. That's the direction we're going to go, so it's going to be a full-on headwind where we're going. Now that's not terrible. Okay, we are setting off in this slightly windy scenario. Good test of the microphone system. I single carried everything down to the lake here. I'm going to be bobbing up and down quite a bit. So I single carried everything down here, and now I'm all sweaty. Not ideal. I'm not going very far. Apologize if that sun is keeping you from seeing me. Turn you around maybe. You can see the good stuff. You stay there. Look at this deer we got running with us. You stay there. What are you doing, you savage? Well, we hiked all the way to Middle Lake. No reception. Hopefully the boys aren't worried about us. We now got to go back. Continue to look for more reception somewhere. May have to try different parts of the lake. That's unfortunate. Well, it's been good exercise, and we now know the trail pretty well, eh, pup? Oh well. Alright, well, I've hooked back up with the boys, and we are out for an exploratory paddle. However, like that water behind me doesn't look too bad. This is the middle campsite on the lake that we found, or they found. But it's a peninsula, and on the opposite side of it is this. And Tilly and I are not going to take our canoe across that. I think Dave and Johnny may try it. They've got a lot more weight in their boat. I mean, this would be a cool campsite in the summer. Yeah, see, that's too much for me. I don't want to be paddling through that. But I'll show you the long sort of peninsula. It's really nice, actually. Got some nice pine trees on it. Waves on the shore. What do you think, Speckle? So this is Big Lake, part of Boggy Lake, and this is the more sheltered side. And our campsite is right there, straight ahead of there. It's all quite nice. I think we're going to go pop in behind this area right here and go have some lunch.
Come on, we're camping.
Hey, we found our little spot. I'm just going to brew up on my little fancy feast stove that Johnny made me. Got right there my 5 scoops of Java, a little homemade pigskin coffee pouch, which actually works pretty good. A tamarack spice. Not an herbalist. They're the only, as far as I know, the only conifer in Canada that drop their leaves.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, you're right. Then I'd be okay with that, but yeah, if it doesn't, then we can migrate.
So Dave and I are going to share coffee, and Tilly and I are going to share lunch, which is another massive sandwich. Corned beef and cheese, same as yesterday. Dave, why don't you throw over those Eat More bars? So Rhonda, Dave's wife, made us these Eat More bars. I'm not sure how many people know what they are. I kind of didn't really. Johnny probably has a real one in his pack. But these are homemade jobbies.
Stuck together again.
I'll show you in a second.
I want you
I'm
to
twisting
take a
it
bite.
like a Rubik's Cube. And there we go.
Yeah. I was gonna put them together with parchment paper.
There it
and
is.
I said, geez, they're pretty.
My
Chris,
battery's about
can
to
you
die.
demo what it's like?
I'm not demoing. That's going to have to heat up. We had half of that each last night for dessert, and they were really good. Sorry, I realized I just manhandled that whole one, but
Fine. Fucking psycho.
yeah.
He really
When it goes
does.
to grab you.
He does go pretty. Even a wrapper. of something.
If you guys are going exploring, we might nip up off the top of this hill and be stroopwafel. Heat that up. Sit here and try the rest of my sandwich first.
Go ahead, whatever. So I've tried texting him a bit lately and he hasn't answered me, so I'm thinking...
Well, Johnny and Dave are gonna go brave that choppy water. And Tilly and I are not. We're gonna head back to the camp and probably process some firewood. Maybe just do some relaxing. Hey, Pooper. Actually, what we're gonna do first is head across the cove and go walk around that upper pond that I showed you earlier that is behind our campsite. And basically just to get a little bit of a woods walk in. I can see our campsite from here, might be 300 meters, and it's a tailwind, so there's going to be no issues. Now I can see whitecaps in that water on the other side, and pretty sure Claire wouldn't want me risking that if I didn't have to. And we're going to be going there tomorrow, I believe. We're going to go try to get down to a ranger's cabin on Long Lake. It involves a few long portages. Maybe we'll even triple up in one of the canoes. That might be an idea, rather than take two canoes. And we'll see how the wind is. But yeah, I just didn't feel like braving that today. We already had a long walk to try to find cell reception, which didn't work for us. But we did find some. I was able to get a hold of Claire. Just let her know we're safe. Know we miss her. We'll be back in a few days. So something I forgot to discuss with you was last night's sleep. We went to bed at about 9:30 and the dogs got up 3 o'clock, and then Tilly wanted in my hammock around 6 o'clock. It was 6 o'clock. And we went back to sleep until 8 a.m. We had the best sleep, or I did, I think, of any camping trip I've gone with a bunch of people. So that was nice. Slept like a rock the whole night. Woke up a couple of times, but just the wind blowing the hammock a certain way, and fell asleep almost instantly. It's good times. Back already to the windy shore. We're close to it.